making sure that you have that balance of the healthy fats, carbs, and proteins is a huge game changer for the people that I work with, my clients, and helping them to lead that healthy lifestyle for life. So this is not just a quick fix thing. This is making sure that you're eating really, really well and it becomes a staple part of your lifestyle. Welcome to the Healthy Celiac Show. I'm your host, Belinda Whelan from belindawhelan.com, and here you will learn to live your very best life with celiac disease. So we are going to be talking all about health-related topics because you, my friend, are more than just a woman with celiac disease. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss an episode, and welcome to the show. Okay, welcome back to the show. Now, on this week's episode, I am talking with you all about the reasons why you might still be hungry even though you feel like you eat all the time. It doesn't matter how much you eat, you're still feeling hungry. So I want to talk about some of the reasons why this is happening and help you get to the bottom of it, because it can really free you up and make you feel so much better once you have the answer to this, and you can move forward and feel a lot better when it comes to your overall health. All right, so let's jump in and let's start with the first one. So the first one that I see time and time again with clients is a lack of nutrients. So what this means is you're eating lots and lots of food, but your body is literally starving because you're not feeding it enough nutrients. So what this basically means is the food that you're eating is full of, fillers, things that aren't actually giving you any nutritional value. So things that are probably packaged, things that don't have any freshness to it. If you eat a lot of packaged food, rather than going for fruits and vegetables and legumes and nuts and seeds and meats and things that are actually giving you nutrients, then this is where you'll probably find that your body is actually starving for those nutrients. Now, the best way to do this is to have a very broad diet. You can certainly eat lots of food when you eat this way, but if you're eating a really balanced meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then having healthy snacks in between, you shouldn't feel like you need to eat all day long. It shouldn't be that you're constantly hungry. So that's probably the first thing that I would look at. So when we talk about having that balance of healthy foods, every meal needs to have a balance of fats, carbs, and proteins. And when I say fats, I'm talking about healthy fats. So things like coconut oil or olive oil, avocado, nuts, things like that. Things that are healthy fats, not unhealthy fats. Because if you don't have fat in your diet, you'll actually be hungry. So when you hear about people that are going on diets and trying to restrict the way that they eat, often they fail because they're starving themselves. They've cut out too much fat and their body is starving because they need to have that healthy fat in their diet to be able to fulfill them. So if you're not eating enough fat, often that can lead to overeating. It sounds very counterintuitive, but the diet industry has kind of ruined this for a lot of people to make them scared of fat. There's a lot of low fat products. There's a lot of no fat products when we do need fat in our diet. So have a look at what you're eating and make sure that you've got healthy fats in your diet. Don't be scared of carbs and proteins. We also need them. So if you're the type of person that has tried everything under the sun, such as, the high carbs or the low carbs or the high protein or the no fat diet, that is never going to work, because once you go on a diet, you're going to come off it again. So I am not anti-diet, but I'm more pro teaching you what to eat and what nourishes your unique body. So making sure that you have that balance of the healthy fats, carbs, and proteins is a huge game changer for the people that I work with, my clients, and helping them to lead that healthy lifestyle for life. So this is not just a quick fix thing. This is making sure that you're eating really, really well and it becomes a staple part of your lifestyle. All right, the next reason that you might be eating all the time is because you're craving food. Now, I did talk about cravings a lot in episode 20 of the Healthy Celiac podcast, and it's called Understanding Cravings When You Have Celiac Disease. So you can go back and have a listen to episode 20. But in a nutshell, we crave food for a number of different reasons. And once you understand your cravings, it can help you balance out the way that you eat, because you might not necessarily be hungry, but your cravings are making you think that you are hungry. So once you get on top of your cravings and figure out what's going on with those, that can also help you as well. Now, another one that I see in a lot of people is boredom and being unhappy. So if you feel that you're bored, I see this in my children, it's ridiculous. So they get bored, they want food. When they're busy, they're playing, they're having fun, I have to make them eat. So you might not necessarily be hungry as such, you might be reaching for food because you're bored. Now, I know that over the past couple of years, a lot more people have been stuck at home, and people's way of life and people's way of eating has completely transformed as well. So if you find that you're not in a routine of getting out of the house and you're spending way more time at home, you could be reaching for food because you are bored and it's just something to do. So when you're doing this, have a look at what you're actually eating food for. Are you bored? Are you hungry? Is this something that you actually need to nourish your body in that moment? Or are you just filling a void? And that's another thing when it comes to unhappiness. Are you filling a void? Are you eating to, fill up something that's missing? Maybe you're not happy in your career. Maybe you're not happy in a relationship. Maybe it's an escapism for you and you're not actually hungry. You're just filling a void. So this is really important work that we can do for our own body to find the answers to these questions. And it's something that I love helping people do because it is really life-changing when you get on top of this type of thing in your life and you can move forward and feel so much better. So I know these are some tough questions and I know it can be hard to look at and tap into why we do things, but when you do it, you can really move forward and like I said, it's a game changer. Now, another thing is not drinking enough water. So this ties in with cravings as well. But many times when we reach for food, we're not actually hungry. We are dehydrated, we are thirsty, and we need to have water. So my mum has actually got a sign in her pantry. She's got a walk-in pantry, and she has a sign stuck up in there that when she walks into a pantry, it says, "Am I hungry? Or do I need to drink water?" And it's a trigger for her to really think about it and think, do I need to go back out of the pantry and grab myself another glass of water, or am I actually hungry? So that might work for you as well. You might need to put yourself a little reminder note up in your pantry or even in your fridge just to remind you, hey, go and have a glass of water. Sometimes with my kids as well, I see that with them when they're constantly hungry. I can check their water bottles and go, hang on a minute, you have barely drank any water today. You need to drink some more water. Go have a drink and then come back to me and tell me if you are still thirsty. And often they're not. If you're still hungry, sorry. Often they're not still hungry. They just needed some water. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. Now, this is hard to do when you are just thinking about it on a whim, I guess. Like you kind of need to track it, okay? So this is something that I have always got my clients to do, is to focus for at least a month and write down everything that you're eating. Write down everything that you're consuming, whether it's liquids, whether it's food, whether it's supplements, anything that can contribute to your daily intake of nutrients, of anything that's dietary. So if you can keep a track of this for at least a month, you can start to see where that hunger is. You can start to see what things are working for you, which cravings are, actually, because maybe it's that time of the month for you and it's your period and you need to consume more iron, or you definitely want more chocolate because it's the time of the month that, we naturally crave these things. So we eat differently for each cycle of our period. So as women, we need to learn these types of things so that we don't beat ourselves up and that we understand that at different times we do eat more. And why are we eating? What is the comfort? What is the reason for us eating in that moment? So you may not be hungry. You may be fulfilling a need. So once you get on top of this, it is, like I said, it's a game changer. So the best way that I've always got my clients to do this is to track this for a month. Okay, so if you can write everything down for just 1 month, and when you think of your life, 1 month is not very long at all, is it? For you to just keep track of things. And like I said, the best way to keep on top of this and to find the answers to your concerns is to write everything down. Now, you can go ahead and you can write it in a journal or your diary, or just pop it on a piece of paper, whatever works for you. But if you want a really easy solution, I have just put together, after years and years of working with clients, whether they've been my one-on-one clients, whether they've been my detox clients, we have come up with an amazing tracker, and it's called a daily health tracker for women with celiac disease. So you can go ahead and find that on Amazon for purchase. And it's a really amazing journal that you can use and track everything. And I'm so proud of this product because it's got everything in it that I always wished that I had available to myself years ago when I first started tracking my food and my moods and my, whether I had bloating or fatigue, all of those things I've put together in this incredible tracker for you so that you don't have to, figure it out for yourself. So I'd love to support you with that. So go ahead, grab that. So yeah, I'll pop a link to that below, but that's a fantastic resource for you to figure out what's going on for you and work out why you are hungry all the time, or, even just other issues, whether it be bloating and fatigue, things like that we know these things happen. So yeah, check that out. But otherwise, I hope this episode has really helped you get some insight into why you may be eating too much or eating all the time, and help you get some answers to those problems. So thank you so much for listening. I really look forward to talking with you again next week, and have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you then. All right, take care. Bye. If you enjoyed this episode, head to belindawhelan.com to get yourself a free copy of my exclusive ebook, 11 Mistakes People Make Going Gluten-Free Living with Celiac Disease.